Hi everybody, this is Janet Wright, and this is a recap video which is a discussion of what I healed in today's group energy healing. Today's date is today's the 7th of July 2017, and this is a mini triplet group healing set. I call them mini triplets because there are 3 healings, and mini triplet is a really cute name for 3, and each healing is at least 20 minutes long. Sometimes there's an extra few minutes, and they're for anybody who is interested, so that could be you. But for the healing that already happened this morning, which is the first of the 3 healings. The first is on Friday, which is today, the second is on Sunday, and the third is on Tuesday. So when you get a mini triplet healing set, you purchasing and wanting all 3. Although people could jump in for the next 2, and I call that a twin set. You know, if it's, because there still is a little bit of room left, so if you wanted to get the Sunday and the Tuesday healing, you could pay on my website for the healing, and you could pay like a lower rate. Just use your judgment what you think is fair. I mean, there's already an assortment of rates because it's what's that called? Sliding scale. So you pay what you can afford. Okay, so anyway, today's date is July 7th, 2017, and the basic statistics for this healing is that it was for 38 people that are currently in 7 different countries, and 4 children were participants. There was that 7 and 10-year-old boy that participate a lot. Hi! They're traveling now, but in a different country, but maybe they will see this when they get back. Hi! And then a 5 and a 6-year-old brother and sister. Well, sister and brother. So hi to their mom. Hi. So anyway, let's see what else. Oh, and I happened to notice there was about 1/3 of the participants were men or boys. You know, in the case of the 3 boys actually, but the rest are grown men. And 2/3 are women that are participants in this particular healing. And well, one of them's a girl, but man, I'm so jealous of the kids that get these healings. It's so cool. Anyway, okay. So I would say that probably the predicted effects of this healing are more centering, more like feeling lighter, because there was like well, I'll get into details later, but probably lighter, more clarity, less judgment, more productivity, I would say. Those are the basics. And that is because, here's a diagram, folks. So I'll show you what chakras were mostly healed. I mean, really, a lot of these healings heal all your chakras, but generally I'll focus on, because it's only 20, or this one was actually 25 minutes, but I can't promise that usually. But anyway, here are the chakras. This is a diagram. These are your 7 major chakras. I mean, really, you have little chakras all over, like, you know, all in Chinese medicine, all those little, you know, pressure points and acupuncture points, those are all little baby chakras that generate energy and keep things flowing. But, you know, when people say the chakras, usually they just mean the 7 that go up your spine, that are along your spine. So 1 is at the base of your spine, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 is in the top of the head. They're numbered like floors in a building, so if you're new to all this and you get confused if 7 is at the bottom or at the top, it's like a building. First floor is at the bottom. So first chakra, which has to do with abundance, safety, and courage, is at the base of your spine. But anyway, and this sun up here, that represents your 8th chakra, which is a part of your spirit that is you also, but it doesn't come into your physical body. So this is a part of your eternal spirit that just stays up here, and you can imagine it like a gold sun shining down your eternal wisdom and healing energy on you. And so you want to kind of with your intention, you want to be very open to that gold light that is your own healing energy from your higher self. Okay, so a lot of the healing focused on, again, this is just like a summary. I'll go step by step in a minute. But I would say a lot of the healing focused on like clearing energy blocks above here between the top of the aura and the 8th chakra. And then the grounding, lots of the healing focused on grounding, because this is the first of the 3 healings. So usually in the first one I have to sort of do more foundational stuff for everybody, and then the second was just 2 days later, so usually people are still pretty rockin' from the first healing. So then I do more detailed, sort of, because it's like, all right, they're already good with all this basic stuff. Basic, but like super important stuff. So anyway, so I helped clear energy blocks above here. I helped a lot with grounding and flow and clearing energy blocks in the grounding. I helped a lot with the 7th chakra in the top of the head. 7th chakra is in the head, in the top of the head, for confidence and creative inspiration and goals. Being in charge of yourself, being in charge of your life, so like empowerment, all that good stuff. So a lot of 7th chakra healing and 6th chakra. 6th chakra is behind the forehead. Some people call it the 3rd eye. It's for non-judgement and vision. So there was a lot of healing on that one too today. And also the 3rd chakra, which is right here, like if your sternum, that bone that goes down, ends right there, that's where your 3rd chakra is. And 3rd chakra has to do with productivity, getting things done, taking action. So it could be taking action with a project, or taking also physical action, like stretching, walking, also having alertness during the day and when you want to have alertness, and also quality of sleep when you're trying to sleep. So it's really key. So anyway, while I did a little bit on other chakras, just so that, because everything's all interrelated, so I did it a little bit on all the chakras, but again, mostly it was above, between the top of the aura and the 8th chakra, and the 7th and the 6th and the 3rd chakra. So goals, intuition, confidence, 7th, 6th, vision, non-judgment, 3rd, getting things done, taking action, and of course grounding, for safety and stability and being present. So the clearing up here would help with receiving that 8th chakra energy, which is very calming and helps you to sort of have this like really zen, big picture kind of sense, but in a very sort of comforted way, like you kind of see the things happen for a reason, and you get a little bit of like a calm, big picture sense, which is really quite fun. Pretty much how I want to go through life. So anyway, and the beverage for the moment is it's a little warm it's a warm beverage because it's a little chilly out, just a little bit. It's like in the 50s right now. It'll be warmer later, but it's not yet warm. So anyway, this is miso soup, just FYI. Some people want to know. I always like talking about my beverages. All right, cool. So the details. For starters, I helped everyone with grounding, and the angel suggested that everyone start with a red grounding. So this is your grounding. I have lots of videos on grounding. If you don't know which ones to start with, just post a question under the video and I'll tell you. But lots of videos on grounding on my channel. But anyway, so this is grounding. It's like, it can go up as high as it can go as high as you want, but I usually like making it as high as my 3rd chakra. If it's like this wide, because it's as wide as my whole aura, and then it's this high because this is my 3rd chakra. So it's like you just bring up all this earth energy with it. So it's like a little earth energy jacuzzi, hot tub of earth energy that you're comforted in. you know, but also it has like a very fast downward flow. If it's unblocked, it naturally has a very fast downward flow. So then it's easy to release a lot. Like release other people's energy, release, you know, stuck resistance of your own, you know, whatever. So anyway, that's what we did first. I helped everyone to, you know, create their own red grounding and bring up a lot of red earth energy. Because sometimes, you know, my focus in these healings is to help people more with that downward flow. But this time, just like I think in the last triplet set, we did that too, where I brought up a lot of earth energy. So it's like you really focus on bringing it all up, so that from the center of the earth, you know, at a nice comforting red. So you really are like very comforted and, you know, like in a hot tub of earth energy. It's just very calming. But if you don't like the image of a hot tub, you know, you could make it something else, like calming, peaceful water, or, you know, red sparkles, or, you know, whatever works for you. But, you know, people usually have that much earth energy around them when they're in like an old growth forest or something. You'd naturally be surrounded by that much earth energy, and then you'd respond to that and probably have that much earth energy in your own grounding. But of course, I like to help people to have that level of, you know, earthy connectedness all the time. Why not? Okay, so we did that, and then a couple times I help people clear energy blocks in their grounding, just by sending gold light, you know, to, now, energy blocks in the grounding, how that can look is just like, you know, it'd be like a pile here. I don't want to draw it because then I'm going to have to clear it, and I like my little arrows. Sorry about that. But, you know, just imagine like a pile right here, you know, and that could be all the energy blocks that haven't, you know, released down to the center of the earth. Let's say the center of the earth is right here in this greatly reduced diagram. So you just kind of use lots of gold light and be patient until this whole pile just melts all the way away. You know, it just, all the energy gets absorbed by the center of the earth. So I did that a couple times because I did that once, and then I was helping people clear energy blocks up here, which can just look like flat, you know, lines of energy. Like those maybe I'll draw. So they could look like, you know, something like that. You know, and you can just imagine, like, okay, what are the energy blocks that would be good for me to clear, you know, above my aura, between my aura and my 8th chakra, you know, and just, you can kind of imagine a copy out in front of you, you know, like there's the top of your aura, this like nice little dome, and there's your gold sun and what's in between it, you know, and just imagine some flat, hard energy blocks that are there that are good for you to clear right now, and just be calm and patient and just use lots of gold light. And they kind of just dissolve away. What I did, we did a lot of that this time, because it's like everything is interrelated, how I said. So like some people, they still had energy blocks up there that were good for them to clear right now, but they weren't clearing. So then I went back and redid the grounding for people and helped people, you know, bring up more red earth energy and clear more energy blocks in here. Like if an energy block's here, let's say, I'll draw some. If an energy block's here, it's gonna mess with this like sort of suction of the center of the earth pulling down. So it's gonna make the grounding on this side like a lot slower. But if you clear the energy block, then it's like whoosh, it's gonna, you know, really flow better. But anyway, so I would clear up here, and then I would help down here more, and then I would go back up here and clear more up here, and then I'd help down here more, just because, you know, that's the way it goes. Like, because at some point, if people are too resistant in one location, you have to like balance it out with the opposite. So like clearing up here, it's nice, but it can be a little trippy. And so you want to, you know, make sure somebody's present and real earthy by clearing the grounding. So I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, you can just post a follow-up question in the comment section of this video. Oh, and I've said it before too, you could make a if you don't post because, you know, your YouTube ID is your exact name, first and last name, then you could make another channel. YouTube lets you, you know, with your same account, make a different channel, and you can name that, you know, something like, you know, Flower Bunny or something, you know, and then post your comments under the Flower Bunny channel. Okay. Using the Flower Bunny channel, like post them under my video using, you know, your ideas, Flower Bunny, whatever. Okay. Looking at my notes, which I've taped onto the tripod of the camera, so I don't have to keep holding them. Let's see, what else did I do? Oh, then I felt like I needed to have people ask their angels to clean out their grounding and their the top of their aura in 2 different clean outs. And you think, well, okay, why? Because that's what you're doing, Janet. You're clearing me out during this video, during this healing. But if there's like foreign energy, that's just, it'd be a little too involved for me to clear that for, you know, 38 people at one time. I'll just say hi to everybody and have them ask their angels to do it. I considered having my angels do it for everybody, because like I think I have, you know, a few special angels for the group healing idea, so it would have been possible, but the angel said it was more empowering to have you guys ask, for the participants ask telepathically on a spirit level their own angels to clean them out in the way that I suggest, because then you can do it whenever you want. Like, you've already done it once on a spirit level, so you might then do it again someday, because it's free. You can always ask your angels to clean you out. So that's what we did. I suggested that everyone, and I made sure it was happening. I asked everyone to have their angels clean out their grounding of any foreign energy that wasn't theirs, that just wasn't clearing, that was good to clear right now. And then also any foreign energy that was in like rips and tears in the top of the aura, because that's what I was working on next with people, is making sure their aura was nice and whole, you know, because you want like a nice bouncy fully inflated aura. Like my aura right now is fine, you know, it's like there's no rips and tears in it, so it's like real poofy, you know, like if you have an air bed or something, or like a fully inflated beach ball or basketball, you know, there's a lot of like, it pushes back, you know, it's not like all flat tire, you know, it's like it's very well inflated. So, you know, if you heal up all the rips and tears in your aura, then that's how it is, because your chakras generate a lot of energy and that fills up your aura. So so anyway, people had rips and tears in their aura. Some people had really a flat tire kind of aura, you know, but other people just had very fine little damage. And so what happens is, say you got a tear in your aura 2 days ago and you haven't cleared it, you haven't repaired it, then you could just get a buildup of your mom's energy in there, or your neighbor's energy, or your coworker's energy, or whatever, in that little rip in your aura. So or, you know, random foreign energy. So I just had everyone's angels clean out the rips and tears in their aura, so that then I sent the gold universal healing energy to heal everybody's rips and tears, it would work better. Because, you know, if you have, like, say you have this big gash, and then, you know, that was like from 2 days ago, and then you have like your dad's energy just sitting in the whole thing, like the gold light maybe, you know, half repairs it and half fixes it, you know, it just, because I don't want to spend 20 minutes on the rips and tears in your aura, you know, so it's easier to just have the angels, you know, get your dad's energy out, you know, or whoever's energy's in there, whatever foreign energy, and then the gold light works really fast. So to mend it up completely. So that's true in general. Like, if you're repairing a chakra or you're repairing a rip in your aura, you got to clean it out first, you know, just like wash it out with gold light, and just, you know, wash out all the foreign energy that kind of built up in that little tear, or built up in the little nick. Like, say if you have like, say here's your 4th chakra, right in the center of your chest. You know, it's supposed to have a round opening, you know, in the front, and a round opening in the back. That's the way I do it. I think it's best. So it's like an open cylinder shape. So the front is just a little bit more wide and open than the back, but the back is still pretty open because you want a ton of flow out the back. If you need more info on all that, I did make a nice 3-video series recently called 7 Chakras Aura Layers Flow, which I really like. And I think that's good. It shows diagrams on chakra shape and all sorts of awesome info. I may I may put a little link to that at the end of this video if I remember. Okay. Where was I? So then, okay, so we repaired all the aura damage. So then everyone had poofy aura. So if 2 hours later you still don't have a poofy aura, it's because somebody threw some new energy at you. So, you know, it's really easy to just imagine gold light, you know, mending up all the rips and tears, you know, and washing out, you know, the rips and tears first, and then it grows back fast. You know, at first it does, you might notice it's like, it feels like it's not doing anything, but that's because the gold light is cleaning out all the rips and tears, so then it's just your ripped aura, not like, you know, your dad's energy smeared all over it too. And so then it just kind of grows back real nicely. And not to scapegoat dads, I mean, it could be your sister. All right. Repaired aura damage. Then it's like throughout the healings, the angels pick sample people for me sometimes. So the sample person that the angels picked, they had a little bit of blocked energy at the very top and the very bottom of their 7th layer. So the very top and the very bottom of their aura, basically. And that was kind of keeping their 7th layer from releasing as well as it could. So like very top and very bottom of the 7th layer. So so I just, you know, ran gold light on that, in that location for everybody at once, you know, just to help everybody get more and more flow there, because that really helps. I think it's like a great growth accelerant. Like if you're already grounded, you know, you're pretty present, like if you just like keep running gold light through the very bottom and the very top, it's just like, it's nice. So anyway, then I just kind of double checked like the overall quality of people's 7th layer, because by then it was pretty rocking, you know, with all that grounding work and the 8th chakra gold light, you know, being sponged up by everybody's 7th layer. People had like really nice, like sort of quality of like energy, you know, their own purple from their 7th chakra. And, you know, purple is just what I suggest. I mean, any chakra could vibrate at any color, but I just feel like it's a nice system. So it's not written in stone, but you know, in general in these healings, like people do the whole rainbow thing, the purple at the top. So like I could purple at 7th, you know, like red at 1st, orange at 2nd for emotions, 3rd yellow for productivity, 4th green for self-love, motivation, enthusiasm, like a light blue, maybe turquoise or something for the communications, 5th, and then 6th, like maybe a deeper blue, like a cobalt, and 7th in the top of the head, a purple. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. Anyway, so everyone had this awesome purple in the 7th layer by then, so then, my sample person, a different sample person, just needed a little more help with their actual 7th chakra, because the 7th chakra is what generates all that energy from the 7th layer, and it, you know, it sends it out. The 7th chakra generates it and it fountains out above, and then it flows down all the way below the feet, and then it gets drawn all the way back up into the bottom of the 7th chakra, and then it shoots it out again and flows all the way down. So I healed everybody's 7th chakra, and just sort of surrounded everybody's 7th chakra, the whole chakra, with like gold universal healing energy, which you could generate yourself with your hands, the chakras in your hands and your fingertips, or you could just imagine gold suns, you know, all around you shining on your 7th chakra, and just clean it out. I do have 2 7th chakra videos that just focus on that chakra. I have really a video for every chakra. All right, let's see what else. Oh, and if you keep getting confused about which chakra does which, Psychic Chakras 201 is a video I have that is just about that. It just talks about each chakra and what each one helps you with. That's Psychic Chakras 201. oh, then also the 7th layer, just a little bit more on the sides of the 7th layer. So like, because a different sample person had a little bit of energy blocks like right along here and right along here. Here, I'm going to get rid of these energy blocks. They're bugging me. All right, cool. So we did the sides, and oh, and the back of the 7th layer. The back of the aura is important. I have a whole video about healing the back of your aura called Healing the Back of Your Aura. It's a recent video. I really like it. There's a little walkthrough in it, but it's more like a pep talk about how important it is to heal the back of your aura. But anyway, then we did the 6th chakra, a lot of healing of the 6th chakra, third eye, vision, non-judgment. I did, you know, gold light throughout the 6th chakra, sorry, the one behind the forehead, and the front and the back helped to unblock it. Just imagine, you know, copies of everybody's 6th and the back and the front, and just helped people to unblock it. And there was like a lot of cloudy black energy. Like black is just all the colors have a vibrational speed. So like purple is moving faster than blue, blue is moving faster than green. So it's not really a good or bad kind of a concept. It's just more practical, like does that vibrational speed work for you or not? And since generally the rainbow colors are you know, very body friendly, so like you get nice flow in your body with the rainbow colors, but if it's too low or too high, you know, it can not really work so well. So black is as a color, it's very slow moving, so, and also brown is pretty slow moving, so it's slower than the rainbow color, slower than even red. So typically, you know, if you see an energy block, it might actually be a literal black color, just because it's not moving, it's just stuck. So anyway, people had like a lot of black energy around their 6th chakra, third eye. So, I mean, and that's why I like that we have participants from all sorts of countries all over the world. So I know it's not just some weird US politics thing going on, you know. So, but everybody had it. So I don't know what that is, maybe some astrology thing or something. But anyway, so, I just ran lots of gold light around the whole chakra, the 6th chakra. Again, it's an open cylinder, so round opening in the front, round opening in the back. Energy flows in the front, spins around, flows out the back, ideally when it's not blocked. So helped everyone to unblock the front, unblock the back, you know, and just have no major energy blocks in the chakra itself. So then like your spirit can kind of be real present there, because that's a nice place to view the world from, is from non-judgment, from your 6th. You know, like a lot of people say, oh, I like to be heart-centered, you know, like view the world from here, but I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, I would recommend being in all the chakras equally, but then extra in your 6th and 7th, because 6th gives you this non-judgmental view. It's easier, way easier to have boundaries with people and be energetically safe and sort of be at your best, because if you have boundaries, then you have good flow, and then your abilities work really well. It's awesome, right? And then the extra part in your 7th, just because that helps you communicate with your higher self and have intuition and, you know, be in charge of your life, and you know, so it's great. So you can kind of drive sort of from your 6th and your 7th, but be in all your chakras, you know, so you have compassion, but you're not just like this, you know, because if you view from here, you're not really enough in here typically, because you're so much in here, so then you can get really stuck, and then when your 4th is stuck, you feel like things aren't fair, or you know, you just don't have great boundaries, and you get drained like all the time, too much. So anyway, long story short, that's why the 6th is so important. So if it's nice and flowing and comfortable, and there aren't big energy blocks in the middle of your 6th chakra, then you can just kind of live there. You know, it's like really cozy and flowy and awesome. You know, it's like a beautiful place. So I helped everybody to clear that out more, and just to have more flow there, so that, you know, it's easy to be there. And then time for a beverage break. Thank you for waiting. So then 3rd chakra, which is, you know, in my amazing diagram right here. So again, it's under your sternum. So the sternum is the bone that goes down like this, and where it ends, that's your third chakra. So the reason I did that is because I was looking at my sample person. Oh, we did a lot. I kept going back and doing people's grounding more, you know, because like each thing you release a lot of energy, and then sometimes your grounding can get blocked up. And so, you know, I kept like double checking people's grounding and, you know, helping them to release energy blocks in their grounding, because you always want that strong downward flow, you know. And say like you just cleared some big past life, you know, energy block that's been sitting in your sixth chakra for like 3 lifetimes, you know, like, so say that's a big deal, you know. And so then it like goes, the blocked energy drains out into your 6th layer, and then it goes down here, but say it just like collides with some other energy blocks that are here still, and so then it's like you have this big block here with all that together, and then you kind of pop out because you're not grounded enough. And here I am doing some trippy thing with everybody's, you know, 8th chakra, and so you like get all spacey. So that's why I kept having to go back and clear, you know, energy blocks in everybody's grounding, and bring up the nice comforting red earth energy all the way up, you know, just to kind of, so everyone would, you know, be comforted and have good flow and come back. So that but I also needed to help people heal their 3rd chakra for productivity, but also it just seemed like the other stuff kind of made people want to clear here too at the 3rd. So so that's what I did. I help people clear, you know, the chakra itself, front and back, sent gold light all around it. Also the aura, 3rd layer of the aura. That 3-video set, 7 chakras, aura layers flow. If you watch all 3, then which is what I would suggest. The 3rd video talks about this surround sound energy healing, which is just I make up names for stuff. But anyway, so for like the 3rd layer, you know, you want to clear the 3rd, for the 3rd chakra, you also want to clear the 3rd layer, because otherwise you've only done half the job, because the 3rd chakra has to keep energy flowing in the 3rd layer. So if you have these giant, hard, solid pieces of energy in your 3rd layer, then your 3rd chakra is like overworking, you know, trying to keep this flow going, and it's just, you know, wasting a lot of energy. So the surround sound points, which, you know, that video goes into it in more detail, but it's like right in front of the 3rd chakra in the 3rd layer, right behind the 3rd chakra in the 3rd layer, the sides in the 3rd layer, right around that level, and then the very top of the 3rd layer, and the very bottom of the 3rd layer, which is below the feet. You know, because the layers, they come out from the skin, like 1st layer, 2nd layer, 3rd layer, 4th layer, 5th layer, 6th layer, 7th layer. Poofy, poofy 7th layer, yay! If you have a poofy 7th layer, that means you don't have aura damage, right? Because aura damage is like a hole in a tire, and that makes the energy leak out. So if your 7th layer is fully inflated, like if your intuition says, oh, yep, 100% inflated, then you know you're good. You don't have aura damage. You could have like maybe some sort of solid blocks though, which are the precursor to a rip. Because say if I have a solid block here, the aura is still functioning, nothing's leaking, but all it takes is for some bitter, you know, person that I know, which, you know, everybody knows lots of bitter people, I think, to throw some energy, you know, like, and then it hits this solid part and impacts it, and then I have this big rip right here, and then I'm leaking. Right? So that's why you always want to have lots of flow, like no solid chunks anywhere in your aura, because solid chunks, like I said, are the precursor to getting a nice tear when somebody throws energy at you. If you're all flowy, and then someone hates on you, it barely makes a difference. You know, you're still flowy. So that's good. Oh, then we changed to an orange grounding. It was almost done by now, the healing. We changed to an orange grounding just to help people, because you'll release different when your grounding is a different color. Like it just, validates different chakras, and it's a different vibration, and so you're like, oh, don't mind if I do, I'll release different things. So orange is a nice color for the second chakra, which is below the belly button, which is for emotions and sexuality and sensuality, so all the senses. So like enjoying your cup of miso soup, enjoying the temperature outside, enjoying the feeling of grass on your feet, the texture of clothing, sensual experience. Everyone thinks sensual, they think sexual, but senses, is a big thing. So smells, like essential oils, if you like a certain smell, incense, the smell of incense, all that, you're experiencing your senses. Okay, so then I did a little bit of healing on the second and the first chakra, just because I didn't want to leave them out. So again, second chakra right there, first chakra right there, so the two lowest ones along the spine. Oh, then we did just a teeny bit, I was already way over time, so we just did a teeny bit healing, opening up the energy flow in people's legs. I think a recording that goes over the legs, like a guided meditation recording, like an audio recording, you could download from my website for no charge, is called Grounding in Depth, and that is 23 minutes long, and it walks you through clearing out energy blocks in your grounding, and then also healing your first chakra at the base of your spine, which is good for courage and safety and abundance, and also bringing up earth energy through your feet chakra, the energy centers in the arch of each foot, and bringing the earth energy up your legs into your first chakra, and then out, it goes out the back of your first chakra down center of the earth again. So you could imagine, red earth energy, like you could set the earth energy that you're bringing up through your feet to be that red that you like for your first chakra. So then the whole way up, it's like this nice red river of earth energy coming up your legs into the front of your first chakra, and then it spins around, it goes out the back of your first chakra, out your lower back. So really to enhance that flow, because you can always like really increase that flow of earth energy, like most people are just, even the participants now, they got that healing to open up their flow, they could still all like triple or quadruple the amount of earth energy they're bringing up in their legs. People just don't really commonly run as much as would be really optimal for them. Maybe just because most people are indoors so much, and so they just kind of get disconnected about that stuff. But anyway, so that recording, Grounding in Depth, it talks about being open to your positive change, like clearing out any energy blocks that make you resist your own positive change, because a lot of times you stand in your own way, like most of you consciously maybe wants this positive change, but there are parts of your subconscious that you're just like, oh, that's not me, but it totally is you standing in the way and going, no, that's too scary, so that meditation helps walk you through those, clearing those energy blocks, so then you can really be more fully open to bringing in your positive change and feeling safe about it. So anyway, in this healing, I only had a little bit of time, so to enhance everybody's earth energy flow up their legs, I help people clear energy blocks in their feet chakra, in the arch of each foot, and also in their knees. And then I help people I ran gold like all up and down the legs, just to help like seal up any leaks, because you can have leaks like like a hole in a garden hose, so the water goes up but then part of it leaks out the hole. That's pretty common actually in these leg channels. So like people might have leaks, say most commonly in their inner thigh, so I just ran gold light up and down there a little bit to like mend up some of those energy leaks. So then since these are now more relaxed, more energy flows up them, more earth energy, and then less leaks out because we mended up some of the leaks. So then that means your first chakra gets more energy, earth energy, which is a very calming, soothing energy. Okay folks, that's all. That's all I did. All right, so like I said, there still is room because there's 38 people so far in this mini triplet healing, and I could do 12 more if 12 more wanted to add themselves by paying on my website. You just choose the July 7th mini triplet set, because there's still a payment link on there, and then you just pay what you feel is a fair rate for the 2 healings rather than the 3. Okie doke. So I'm excited too. I did want to say some of my energy geeks that watch these recaps actually jumped in and were participants this time, and that's always exciting to hear. If you do, I mean, you could keep being just an energy geek and not pay for them. It's fine, not get the healing, the actual healing that I'm doing. That's okay too, I promise, but it is exciting, to have people sort of experience both sides of that, like just watching the recaps and learning from them and healing yourself during a recap, but then also, like being a participant and then filling out surveys and kind of learning that way through experiencing it. So anyway, that's fun. So I guess that's it, really. I'm totally looking forward to the next 2 healings in this set, and I hope everybody is having a good day or evening, whatever time it is for you. All right, bye.